I was really stuck on this. I got some of this writing done when I was in Arizona, but I've been sort of stuck on how to finish it because I really wanted it. This sets as the midpoint to my memoir in storytelling details, and I didn't really know where I wanted to finish it, so I sort of still had a little bit of blockage, but I took a walk around here to look at the plants and like sort of think, and it sort of came to me. So this chapter is just a little backstory before I read this. This chapter is about the panic attack that I had before the pandemic. It was like the first panic attack that I could consciously observe as a panic attack, because I didn't know what panic attacks were before this point, and it took me to the hospital. And so this is at the hospital. I get checked out. I'm waiting for my grandparents to come pick me up. A nurse calls me in. We talk. How are you feeling now? Your vitals seem to be within normal ranges for someone of your age. She looked at me expectantly, as if I would suddenly have more information. I nodded, not able to convey the way I really felt, even after what now felt like hours since the beginning of this attack. After what now felt like hours since it started. I'm doing some edits as I read, so sorry. My shoulders slumped slightly and I sighed. Exhaustion started to settle into my body, but my mind felt like it was working overtime, not ready to slow down. Divine exhaustion, divine panic, divine anxiety. If I take all the eternal promises that the church made to me out of the equation, do I still see this experience as divine? The nurse gave me a sympathetic smile and sent me back out to the lobby to wait for my grandparents, like a toddler who threw up at recess. As I closed my eyes to try to avoid the stares of people in the lobby, the last of my energy thumped through my leg, bouncing my knee up and down in an erratic rhythm. The cry of a toddler shot my eyes open. Suddenly, I too want to scream, because if every time I suffered through a panic attack was a sign from God and evidence of my Holy Spirit awakening me, then what did that mean about the God I was supposed to worship and revere? Was he simply a sadistic being that enjoyed torturing my emotions, pushing me into submission and breaking me down until I had no choice but to crawl back to the fold and beg for his forgiveness? I want to grab every person in this waiting room by the shoulders and tell them that I can't do that again. I had already done that. I crawled back to my mother from Hawaii, and even though I didn't step foot in a church building, I wanted to believe that God and I had a consensus. I wanted to go back. When I wanted to go back when I wasn't angry with the church for their hand in kicking me out. There is nowhere simply more godless than a hospital, hence why they put chapels on each floor. Its plain white walls and blinking fluorescent lights hit me with a realization. It was time I realized that there was no negotiation or compromise, because the God I had been taught to believe in really had no mercy. But here's the funny thing. After almost 2 decades of this, neither do I.